Hi, my name's Andrea Valenzuela with Price & Company. I'm applying for the SMDRA 4 Under 40 award. In 2021, I'm officially 32 years old, so I missed the boat a little bit for the 30 Under 30, so I'm here for the 4 Under 40. I am going to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing in my real estate career over the last 11 years and a little bit about how I've served my community and my involvement with the South Metro Denver Board of Realtors. What is my involvement in local or state realtor associations? A couple years ago, I did the SMDRA Leadership Academy, which I think was one of the most beneficial things I've done, in that it taught me a lot about what our local board really does for us as realtors. And it really opened my eyes to a lot of different things that I didn't even know were happening within the community, and how the Realtor Association really advocates for us as their members. And then it also helped me get involved in government affairs. I went to school at CU Boulder and I have a degree in political science, and I toyed with the idea of going to law school and then realized I would be an awful attorney. So I was really struggling with, when I became a realtor, how do I keep the enjoyment that I've always found for politics and just the general government procedures? How do I keep that fresh, and how do I stay involved in that? So I was really glad when I did the Leadership Academy, because it helped me meet people and it helped me realize how much the local board really does within politics and how much they advocate for us. So for 2021, I am the chair of the Government Affairs Committee, which I'm really excited about. We're only a couple months into that, so we have a whole year left to go, but I'm really excited about what we're going to be able to do as a committee. And then I also occasionally serve on the candidate screening committee, which I've loved because we get to ask all of the government candidates questions that pertain to how they view certain issues within real estate. So those have been two of my really most recent involvement in SMDRA, and then the Leadership Academy was the one that I think really opened up the doors to further involvement within the association. How am I involved in my community? So I serve a couple of different communities. I'm an avid equestrian. I literally live for horses and for riding. And so I have really devoted a lot of time to some of the organizations within the equestrian community. So for example, I am the 2021 president of the High Plains Dressage Society. And I really tried to make my mission with that to make dressage, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically horse dancing in a way. But to make that sport a little bit more inclusive to everybody. So inclusive to people who don't have super expensive fancy horses, inclusive to people who just kind of want to do it for fun and maybe not so competitive. So I've really been enjoying my time serving on that board, trying to change things a little bit. I also serve as a director on the Red Rocks Credit Union board. And I love that because that teaches me a little bit more about the banking industry and the credit union world, which is so unique and different to anything that I've really experienced in my career. So I very much enjoyed that. And then figuring out how I can contribute back to the board with my knowledge of real estate, and also just my knowledge of general trends of people who are in the millennial generation. And then another contribution that I've made, I purchased a large boarding facility back in 2019, fixed it up and opened it back up to the community. It was in pretty bad shape, and so we've put a lot of work into that. We also started a nonprofit there that's designed to help veterans and first responders. So I've created those things to hopefully try to give back to the community, specific in the equestrian space, but that's really where my heart's at. I sell a lot of horse property, which is something that a lot of agents don't. It requires a special skill set. It requires very specific knowledge. And my goal that I said when I was actually getting ready to buy one of my horse properties was, I want to make the industry better when it comes to knowledge on how to operate and how to sell these types of properties. And if that means helping out agents that don't work for my firm that, maybe don't even know me, but helping them out to make sure that they know what they're doing and getting these properties sold and keeping themselves safe, keeping their clients well taken care of. That's something that's really important to me. So I've really made that my personal commitment, is to be a resource to other agents that maybe don't know exactly what they're encountering when they take a listing like this, because if we can find a way to make everybody in that little tiny microcosm of equestrian properties, if we can find a way to make that better and make that more streamlined, then we're doing a even better job serving the community at large. So that's really been my commitment on a more of a personal level, is just to bring up the knowledge and skill set required to do those types of transactions, and to always be a resource to anybody who ever has any questions, whether they are a pricing company broker or if they're a broker I've never met before. I always want to be viewed as a resource, and I'm happy to help the community in that way.